Okay. Okay. Nice.
Nice. I mean, the assumption you're making is that there's going to be YouTube comments, but that's fine.
That's fair.
Yeah. One of the comments is going to be like a link to sexy pics, and all it costs is $2 a month. Yeah, I mean, because you put the link up.
I let my play group know that I was streaming tonight, and immediately got a thumbs up from Dave Robbins. I know him and Jason play a lot, so
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll bother to comment on the stream, but I'm sure he'll be watching.
Nice.
Another guy I was pleased to meet in person at Midwinter.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I remember like a couple years ago, when I played a couple games, I hadn't really gotten into it. He was there, and he kind of like gave us a refresher on the rules, and then like QC3 rolls around, and he and I were playing in it. I was like, nice.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's real good at the game and fun to play against.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And we are live. Welcome once again to T-Pals Presents Buckeye League Season 4, Week 1. Guess what, guys? Today I'm actually not playing. You know how awesome it is to not play the game and to just literally commentate on it? I'm excited. So today we also have Pat here. Pat, say what's up.
What's up?
That's my Let's Get Dangerous team captain right here. He brought me on his team for the 3v3, and we took it all the way to the top, and then the big three cheated. So
That's exactly how I remember.
it's exactly how I remember it too. So we have Jaroo versus Malkav. Both of these guys are pretty awesome. I met. What is that? Go away. Are you serious? No, don't do that. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Jesus, the stream just went crazy. Anyway, go ahead, guys. Introduce yourself. Say whatever you want to say. Do some shout outs to your mom.
I'll go first. This is Jason, aka Jaroothedamaja. Had the pleasure of meeting Ash at Midwinter, so nice to be doing the stream, talking to him again, and good playing Rob. We've played a few times before, so good luck, Rob.
Sure, you too. I'm Rob, or my Discord name is Malkav. I played a lot of the OG versions back in the day. I guess now I can stop saying that I'm new to this game. I started playing 2PCG probably around like the New Defenders. I think was the newest at the time.
Oh yeah, you've been here for a minute, man.
I've always still sort of thought of myself as newer to the game because I play with people that have been playing since the onset. But Jason's always a fun opponent, and I hope I've picked a good deck to deal with the sets he's got me going up against. We'll find out. Good luck to you.
We will indeed.
We will indeed. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and mute these guys, and then they're gonna go ahead and mute us, and then they are going to actually, matter of fact, let's do the reveal and the roll for turn. I wanna see you guys' explanation. Like, I wanna see what's going on. So let's go ahead and reveal first, and then you roll for initiative. So we got Jaroo with the Crimson Cow. And we got Malkav with Invisible Woman. Oh, snaps.
And the funny thing, and Ash can vouch for this, I was going to play Mr. Black, thinking that I might face Invisible Woman, and I changed my mind, and I shouldn't have done that.
We'll see how things will bear out. Nothing is set in stone.
That's correct. Although I thought you had an amazing choice when you told me. I was like, oh, he got this. And then you changed it. I was like, oh, no.
No.
Let's go ahead. Let's roll for initiative, guys.
Ooh, hot dice.
I got a 10. I will go first.
That's a good choice. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and let you guys play it out. Me and Pat are going to take it from here. And good luck to the both of you.
All right.
All right, so Pat, what can you
Yeah.
tell me? What are your thoughts right now?
So Jason's got Crimson Cowl, which we all know, like the loop you can pull without a time. I don't think I don't think he's got. Well, he doesn't have Darkhold, so he can't do an infinite loop. He can fade a couple of turns. Maybe he's trying to go to the late game. He's got Cosmic Avengers. He's got a big top end. So if he can get a couple out of times going and he gets to the late game, like I think there's a good chance he could take it.
You know what? I would have agreed with you if it was an Invisible Woman, because Invisible Woman is just so unfair. Like,
Mm.
she just hides everybody. She can. I don't know if he has any recursion in his locations, but I do see that he does have inventions. So this might come out to be a very beat down Sue.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. She's got he's got the Fantastic Four set, Into the Darkness, New Defenders, Heralds. He does have a lot of characters to choose from, and I think he's going to have a pretty solid curve. I mean, just the fact that Fantastic Four Battle Box by itself has a great curve. So
Absolutely.
we'll definitely.
This is going to be a pretty good matchup. I think going first is ideal for Crimson Cow because not only does he want to try to start getting some wounds on Invisible Woman early, he also wants to make sure that he levels as soon as possible because Invisible Woman, if you didn't go to Midwinter, but I saw Invisible Woman at Midwinter, and it just becomes oppressive after a while. Because you're just
No,
sitting there and you're
no.
like, wow, I can't do anything because everything's face down.
The thing that Jason has going for him though is that I'd have to look at the sets a little more closely, but I don't think Rob has much in the way of draw. Like he doesn't have Prowler, he doesn't have the Civil War stuff, so like he's gonna need to hard draw yellows, and then he doesn't have Boomerang, and he doesn't have Lilith. Wait, no, he does have Lilith. He does have Lilith,
Oh, he
so
does have Lilith.
she's gonna do some serious board control for him. So but I mean, yeah, man, if he gets his yellows, he's good, and if he doesn't get his yellows, he's gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, I would actually definitely agree with you. And one thing that's actually pretty interesting is that Invisible Boy, he does have Invisible Boy, and that's gonna make a difference. That's gonna make a huge difference in a lot in everything that happens. So we starting off the back with an Avengers mansion. Crimson Cow gains an XP for that because why not?
Yeah, it's a great way to start for him in terms of getting that XP, and then he's taking a look at Rob's hand, so that'll be good when he's trying to line up his attacks.
Oh, absolutely. So he's going to get to see the cards as he draws them, which is pretty amazing. Looks like he wasn't able to stun him turn one, which is unfortunate.
Hmm. You know
So
what I'm remembering too? I mean, obviously Sue has access to Wyatt, which is going to be brutal for Jason if he can get it cooking.
I agree. Wyatt is actually pretty bad to anybody that can't deal with a bunch of other characters on the field for no reason.
Yeah.
Looks like Sue is starting off with an Alicia Masters on turn one. Ugh, that hurts. For those of you that
That's
don't
not
know, Alicia Masters makes Invisible Woman a 6/6 because she can.
Yeah, that's not the opening Jason was opening for.
Definitely not, especially since he actually, he got off of Mr. Black, which essentially would have been a free win against Invisible Woman.
Yeah, man. Like especially if he level. I mean, well, yes and no. I mean, Black still has a rough level up condition, but if Mr. Black levels up, yeah, I mean, she can hide all she wants.
In fact, it's actually better if she does. So it
Yeah,
looks like
no,
we
that's a good
got
point.
Invisible Woman swinging. Oh, and he takes his first wound already, turn one. I see. I thought this was going to be pretty aggressive.
Yeah, Jason's gonna need to. I mean, if he can pull another Avengers Tower, that's awesome. All of a sudden, Ultron goes to a 10 attack. He
Boom!
can
There it
stun.
goes.
No way. Yeah, this is a double
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm talking about. So this just turned into a really great match.
Hopefully, he's got to stick something on the board right now that will let him stun Alicia, and then he can stun Sue, stun Alicia, really get rolling.
Agreed. So for those that don't know, Ultron's level 2. He has infiltrate the mansion. He can use Avengers Mansion to pay for his superpowers. That's why they're in the deck. He has main ability, which he can pay with a blue. He says choose an enemy supporting character. Ultron could attack, then choose one. Either wear to that character and move it to their side. At the end of the turn, move it back, or just flat out wound that character. And it is a
Ooh,
supporting character, so
Primeval
he can't.
Hunter.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying the Primeval Hunter. That's not what Rob wants to see right there.
You're absolutely right because he gains so much. Love Prime Motor. So it looks like Sue is going down first. There you go. And then he's just gonna pop Alicia Masters in their face. Now is
Yeah, that was
Alicia also a 3/3?
no, she's a 0-3.
Okay, just making sure because then she'd be kind of broken.
Oh yeah.
So now we are tied at 1-1. This is why Crimson Cow needed to go first.
No, absolutely. And I mean, quick side note: I have nothing against blind people, but if Alicia did it was a 3-3, I don't know if that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you, but at the end of the day, like she's pretty tough.
No, for real. I mean, yeah, a 3-3 defense is pretty good.
That's absolutely right. Crimson Cow chilling behind his seer, if you will, where he gets to
Mm-hmm.
see every single card that Invisible Woman is gonna draw. And
Mm-hmm.
Invisible Woman came in. She's not showing a yellow, which is a problem. That means she doesn't get any XP.
Yeah, and Herbie's gonna help him fade one of these attacks, but it'll be Primeval into Herbie, and then or in Ultron into Sue, or the opposite, probably the opposite, and
It's
that'll be his second wound.
well, Herbie has safeguard, right? So he has to get punched first.
That's what I'm saying. But I think the order might want to do Ultron into Herbie, and then Primeval into Sue, and that way, well, that way you wouldn't get a wound. But if you really want to make sure you get the wound, then you do probably the opposite.
You know what's going to be interesting because I think Malkav has access to In Good Hands. In Good Hands is pretty intense. Oh, he hit him with the Fantastic Four, probably giving himself +4 attack and just smacking people in the face for no reason.
Yeah,
Primeval Hunter goes down. See what I was thinking, and I'm pretty sure they can't hear us, but I don't want to do any plays before it happens. So Herbie is a 2/4, so he actually cannot take out the Falcon drone by himself.
yeah. I think he tried to, and then Jason politely reminded Rob, "You got to hit harder than that."
Exactly. You gotta do better than that. So Crimson Cow, they did set the Castle Zemo. Now he's going to search the top 4, right? Global's 4, or is it 5?
5, yeah.
All right, so he's going to search the top 5 cards of his deck and get one of them in his hand. He doesn't have to reveal. Global is so good. It's just so good.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's a staple of any combo deck. It gets you what you need when you need it.
Right.
It's like a
Agreed.
better post office.
You said it's the post office?
It's a better post office.
I was about to say, what? Oh, and this is interesting. So he just pulled out the bulldozer. Bulldozer, he can attack enemy resource rows, which might be a problem because he can smack up those 2 resources he has and make them replace it from the top of his deck. Face down too,
Yeah,
which is the worst.
yeah. That's he's I mean, there's a reason he's a one of, and like getting that rolling early is bad news.
Absolutely. Because even if he gets some locations that face down there, he can't flip them.
Right.
KO. a number of random locations they are equal to his attack. Hmm. So
He's
now,
gonna
mhm,
losing that green is not something he likes to do. I mean, he's gonna want to get she thing rolling. He's gonna want to get the thing rolling, and you need greens for that.
absolutely. So now he's sending Primeval Hunter into Herbie, and there it is in good hands. I knew it was coming. He did power up Primeval Hunter because he didn't want to get stunned back. He didn't want to lose him. Unfortunately, Herbie said, I got tricks. Now he's going to use the Avengers Mansion for only what I assume is to wound Herbie, which would essentially give him. Oh, he moved him to his side. Smart. Very smart. Now he can attack Invisible Woman without worrying about Safeguard.
It's a sexy move right there.
That is a sexy move. I didn't think of it. He's a smart guy. He's saying, I
Don't
don't
call.
care about everything else. Let's get rid of all your. Let's get rid of her health immediately. He wants to KO Invisible Woman by turn 6.
You you don't want to go late game with the Fantastic Four. She
Never.
thing, and then I mean, they don't maybe have the best seven up in Mister Fantastic, but the once you hit Surfer, it's not looking good.
Absolutely. So Malkav just set a sanctum. I'm only saying sanctum because if I try to say the first word, it's not going to work out well for anybody. But he did just draw the Frank Drake. We did see that coming. And what's great about
Yeah,
that is that he doesn't have to worry about bulldozer punching that in the face, since he's probably just going to use it right now.
yeah,
And there
agreed.
it goes. I mean, it's what I
What
would
do
have
you what do
done.
you pull for? Yeah, what do you pull for an invention here?
So you have options, and all since it looks like he's going for a kind of like beat down Sue. I would go for the machine because obviously it's the best invention ever made. And I would give all my guys +2 +2. That's just what I would do.
Mm,
I think his option might be a little bit different, but we'll see where it goes from here.
yeah, another option would be like you could pull what is it? Gadget, potentially try to fade the wounds.
True, very true.
He could invent Frank's weapon and try to like empty out Osh's deck a little bit. I mean, what's his name? Jason's deck a little bit, but that's probably a waste right now.
you know, oh, there it goes. Looks like he put the weapon on Invisible Woman so she can fight. I wonder if he's choosing attack or defense. We'll find out on his next on his actually, you know what? That's really smart. He probably chose defense because now nobody can stun him.
Oh yeah, actually, you're gonna have to get through Herbie, and then you're gonna have to get through her. But I don't know. I mean, he just has to. I mean, Ultron's got an 11 attack, and he could just steal Herbie again, and then if he sticks with one Master of Evil, but yeah, I guess it might buy him a turn.
Yeah, let's see how this plays out. Like, we don't know if he chose attack or defense. I don't want to jump in there and interrupt these guys since this is technically a tournament.
Right. Right.
But we will be able to figure it out depending on the next couple of moves by either player.
Mm-hmm.
So I I
Context clues.
I kind of like this. I see what he drafted. He got a lot of good guys, so he obviously is going to be fading a lot of wounds. He has attack pumps, power ups. I think this deck is supposed to be super aggressive. So now he's attacking with Herbie. There we go, and he takes out the person who was doing the most damage, Primeval Hunter. Just it looks like he picked defense because if he picked attack, he would have taken out that Falcon drone.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Absolutely. Oh, and I like this. He's staying true to his packs. He's playing the Game Preserve, which comes in the Predator set.
Mm-hmm.
I like to use the locations that have different names just in case I run into somebody that likes to call stuff out of my hand or, KO on locations.
No, for real. What's his name? I think Smallwood was doing a recap on his midwinter, and I think he had chosen the Auriga for his yellows because he didn't think anyone would call that.
Yep.
But he had a mirror match with Sue, and so neither of them could call Aurigas because it would have taken out both theirs and their own.
Oh yeah, that's when he I remember that mirror match. That's the one that took about 3 hours, right?
Yeah. Oh my God! What a grueling set.
Yeah, that mirror match. Everybody was watching it because we were all just trying to figure out who was going to slip up first.
Yeah, that was definitely inches.
All right. So it looks like he's recruited. I can't even see what that is. Ah, Whirlwind. Okay. So Whirlwind cannot be struck in melee combat. He's a 6'4" with 1 health. I don't know. Oh, and looks like he played the Wrecking Crew. I can't really tell because it went a little bit quick. He did. So the Wrecking Crew is another search option. You look at the top. You look at cards from the top of your deck equal to the highest cost of evil supporting character on your side. Put any of them on the top of your deck and the rest on the bottom. So because he recruited Whirlwind's a 4-drop. He gets to look at the top 4 cards, put any on the top and any on the bottom.
Pretty
Looks like
solid.
Yeah, it is pretty solid. It looks like he's fishing through his deck, setting up his draws, getting the cards he needs so he can try to beat face even harder. I like it.
I, I don't think I'd ever like purposely play the Masters of Evil, so I could play that plot twist. But if you are playing them, it's a good plot twist to play.
Absolutely. Looks like he was going to pay for something and had to be an Ultron. He's the only person that has a superpower on the board. Now he's thinking this is where it gets tough because you can tell that Drew is running out of steam, has about 3 cards in hand. He's trying to figure out how he can get that equipment off of Sue. It's really tough. Sue is sitting at 11 defense right now.
Yeah. Let me see. What was he? Did he just? Okay.
Yep,
He used Whirlwind to take down Herbie.
that's what he did. And then he's moving on to he ended his turn there. And that's what I mean. The 11 defense, it makes you think really hard because she has flight as well. So she's gonna
Yeah.
protect her whole back row, but he's not getting any yellows.
Yeah. I mean, he is no closer to leveling than when the game started.
Absolutely. But he's stabilized from what I can tell. But one turn 5 comes, it's gonna be a big problem because then you get people that can swing for 11. He might be able to team attack with Ultron or something. We'll see what the plan is, but judging by what's happening, he's probably gonna invent again immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And the second invention, that's the one that gets you guessing, right? Because the first one, you have to assume they're gonna go for either gadget or machine. The second one, you either assume that both of them are in their hands or they have the one that you think they picked and another, which is kind of scary. Oh, there it is. He recruited the machine. Let's see what he picks. Did he pick +2/+2 or did he pick I wish I can jump in and find out, but I'll let them play it out and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. It'll be a surprise
Right?
for everyone.
Surprise, I win. Oh, and here comes the man with the master plan, Wyatt. Wyatt is very fun. So Wyatt knows that he's in a card game. I know, right? Should have just been named Deadpool. But anyway, Wyatt knows he's in a card game. He draws his own hand, has his own resource row, and can recruit his own characters, but the characters are on the same side as he is. It gets pretty dangerous once he starts getting 5, 6, 7, 8 resources, you know?
Yeah, and if Sue can hide him, he's untouchable. He's drawing you cards, he's recruiting stuff, and you can do anything.
Absolutely. All right, so it looks like he's in main phase. Oh yeah, saw that coming. Frank Drake smacked Whirlwind in his face from range. I think he gave him +2/+2, which just makes it so much difficult to get through his front wall. Although he might not be able to smack Ultron without getting clapped back. So Ultron with that 10 attack is pretty beefy. He
Agreed.
passed. Maybe he picked the one less. I could be wrong. It only happens once a year. This could be the wait. This could be the one time. So he did
Plus two
set.
plus two is probably.
Mhm.
I was gonna say plus two is probably the way to go here because then Herbie's got a 6 butt, Wyatt's got an 8 butt, Frank is lethaling for 6 attack. I mean, I think
Yeah,
it's probably the move here.
that's what I would have picked. Honestly, I would have been like, yeah, +2/+2, come at me, bro.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, looks like he's running out of steam. Looks like Jason's like trying to figure out what he's gonna do. While we have a little bit of time, I would like to plug my constituents. I would like to say big ups to Big Three. I talk a lot of shit about them, but they are cool people. Not gonna lie. They did cheat in the
They're
three
people.
v three online tournament, but you know it is what it is.
They're people too.
They are people too. Also, obviously, T Pals. What's up, guys? Big D. Pat,
Let's
we
try
have
to
some
keep it
time if you
PG.
want to shout out anybody, like your mom, your brother, your sister.
I'm gonna shout out my kids. Someday they'll play this game. They're just not playing it right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can we take a minute to admire that league mat that he's playing on right now? So
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
went to Midwinter and you played all your league matches, you didn't have to win them, but you did have to play. 7 games. You get that nice little mat that he's playing on right there. Unfortunately, he's not playing Fantastic Four. That's across the board, but you know, still awesome. So here we go, Mr. Black. He is probably the best 5 drop right now.
You mean in what sense?
Well, the fact that he's angry. If he
Hmm.
did pick +2/+2, he can take out Herbie no problems. Like, and that's your first one. You have to do it because he's angry. When you're the angry keyword, if I'm not mistaken, means that he has to be your first attack each turn if able.
Right.
So you know 100% he's going after Herbie. There's nobody else.
Yeah. That is a yeah. Get Herbie out of the way. That is pretty good.
There you go. Herbie goes down. Now the problem is,
Later.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you can say later, Herb.
Yeah. He's a herb.
Exactly.
Now the major problem is though is that unfortunately he still can't take out Invisible Woman unless he has some kind of clutch move. I'm rooting for the underdog here. Oh no. He passed and he drew into Thing. This is gonna hurt. So it is now Sue's turn 5. We are on 1 wound on Ultron and 2 wounds on Invisible Woman. And here we are. Thing comes down. So he did pick one less. That's why Thing is on the board. This is gonna
Mistake.
hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt a lot.
Reinventing. Three inventions. That's not good.
Yeah, the third invention is always going to be it's always going to be gadget.
Yeah.
If you haven't already invented it. So what he's doing now is he now has one resource and one card in his hand. So Wyatt is sitting in the back saying, "Once I get to 3 and 4, watch out, buddy," which is pretty insane. Which is great though. I'm sorry. One thing that is great about Wyatt is that you guys don't share hands. So let's say you had something in your hand that you wanted to recruit on Wyatt's board, you can't do it. But
Right.
Wyatt can't recruit something on your board, which is great.
The tough thing for Jason now too is so Sue's got an 11 defense, but he's got probably I'm sure he's got gadget in the clutch, so he's gonna have to hit an 11 twice if he wants to take her down.
Possibly 3 times because we did see him with the in good hands, and we know that he hasn't played another. He's probably saving it for Sue since she has such a big butt.
Good point. Yeah.
That's what I would do. What's another scary thing I just thought about is that because Machine is making all of his characters one less, Alicia Masters can come out on any turn for free.
Oh yeah, that's brutal.
Oh, he attacks with Thing and he powers up on Mr. Black to prevent the clap back.
Mm.
That's just rude, if you ask me.
When what's his name? When Ultron steals the character, do they ready?
They do not.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a good question. Which is, you kind of think like they should ready, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can pull them out of the way, but gosh, if you could pull them out of the way and ready them, I guess that would be pretty broken.
I mean, yeah, but he has so many drawbacks. He's not on a great team. You have to play Avengers Mansions in order for him to level.
So
I think that
you can't be loyalty, and you can't play what is it? Necessary evil.
exactly. So, you know, there's a lot of restrictions on Ultron. I think he could have got the whole ready thing.
Mm, that's fair.
Plus, it's
That's respectful.
Ultron. You know, who watched What If? Raise your hand if you watched What If. Yeah.
Raising my hands. So Jason's got no field, and Rob's got a big old field.
Oh, so we got Team Buckeye in the stream saying you do ready them. I don't know, Team
Oh,
Buckeye. It says right on the card just to move it over. It does say ready that character though, so he does get to ready the character. My apologies.
yeah. I mean, I feel like what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to steal Thing, throw it into Sue. Maybe she fades that wound. Then you're gonna team attack with your other two guys.
Absolutely. Or if he has a way to pump Fake Drake, just get Thing out of there. But then you run into a lot of other issues. All right, here we go. He's paying. I'm assuming he's paying for Ultron because he used Avengers Mansion. Plus, he has nobody else. Yep, there he is. He
Here we
got
go.
Thing.
Ready to rumble.
Obviously. Now, the bad thing that could happen right now is that there it is. So he had Thing going to Sue. He in good hands with Wyatt's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why his resource that he has over to the right. That's rough. But we all know what's coming now. I mean, it's the only other attack he can do, right?
Right.
Hopefully, this goes through because Pile Driver, he's not really a great guy. He's not going to stay there forever. Pile Driver is probably going to get punched into space next turn because he is a 4/4. So now we got Ultron, and there it is. Ultron and
Yeah.
Pile Driver were team attacking into Sue, and that's the third invention. Of course it is.
Yeah, I mean it's what you kind of expect, but at least he flushed the gadget, so he's not gonna be able to use it again.
Right, exactly.
I think he is gonna. One of his guys is gonna get stunned though.
Absolutely. Well, no, Sue has 0 attack, so
Oh no, my bad. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's just unfortunate. So what he did is he more than likely removed Ultron from the attack. So that means that Pile Driver was attacking into Sue by herself. He bounced off because Pile Driver is only a 4 attack, while Sue is a currently 11 defense. So now he drew his hand. He still has to draw for Wyatt. I'm not sure. I can't jump in there and tell him because it is tournament. But he did get his thing back. There he goes, drawing for Wyatt. Sets it on the side. See, this is where it starts to get a little oppressive. I thought that Sue, just Sue big guys, it's actually a pretty good deck, especially if you pull out Alicia Masters.
Yeah.
Oh, here it comes. He's gonna try to draw an insane amount of cards. So he just recruited Willie Lumpkin. For those who don't know, Willie Lumpkin, he's a delivery expert. At the start of your build phase, if he's in your front row, you move him to your back row and put a package counter on him. And if he's there again in the back row with a package counter, you move him to back to the building, and then you draw 4 cards. Pretty intense, right?
Yeah, that'll swing a game.
4 cards will always swing a game. I think, I hope I'm wrong, but I think Jaroo's board is about to get cleared.
Yeah, he's gonna come in with Frank, and then he's gonna put another wound on Ultron. He's probably got. I mean, I wonder what he must have some plot twist in hand to try to defend Willie.
Oh, absolutely. He probably has another in good hands there, um, or maybe he's just gonna hide them with Sue. He has a couple of turns to get another Baxter building, and he can set it there. Well, he has 1 turn to get a Baxter building, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like Malkav is double checking the stream to make sure he can't see anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I kind of understand what you're saying.
Oh no, we were just saying how Frank Drake just ranged attack a Wrecking Crew character and KO'd him for free. But now he's getting that Ultron. Ultron's pretty beefy. Whoever you attack into him is gonna get stunned back. Oh,
Unless it's a pack. Well,
he powered up again. Why did he power up again? I have no idea why he powered up. I can't tell you. So Thing is now currently, and oh, there we go. He pays the green, so he does not get stunned back. And now Ultron is on his 3rd wound. He takes the wound lead after that attack. I missed 2. Sorry, stream. I missed 2. My apologies.
I thought he made that power up. I think he was doing the math, and
I think he might have thought Ultron's attack was less than what it actually is. So now we're moving into turn 7. Hopefully he has some options, because right now Ultron's looking kind of sad. I bet he wants to draw those 4 cards that eventually Willie is going to give Sue.
Right. Oh, here we go.
Boom,
here
there
we
it
go.
is, out of time. And he recruited, looks like he recruited Claw.
Yep.
So Claw, he can push a front row enemy character to its back row and then loses and can't gain powers this turn. But he also can't be wounded, and that's important. He can be stunned, he can be slapped, but he cannot be wounded. Very important.
Yeah. He's gonna stick around turn after turn. I don't know that he's got that. What's his name? Rob has any hard removal. I think he's gonna stick around and he's just gonna keep taking shots.
Absolutely.
Who do you attack now, though? Who do you attack now? Do you attack Thing or do you attack Willie?
You definitely attack Willie because Thing's not really a problem for you, especially with the out of time. You can probably get to him next turn. But you definitely get out Willie because you don't want him drawing those 4 cards. Once he goes to the back row, you can't get to him.
Agreed.
Oh, he went after Thing. I am so wrong. This is the one time I've been wrong all year.
You admittedly don't want the thing to have any counters, but at the same time, yeah, I think I probably would have taken down Willie. Just you don't want him. I mean, what if he pulls another in good hands? What if he pulls another Fantastic Four plot twist?
Absolutely. And right now, unless he has other out of times in his hand, uh, Ultron's coming back. And he's going to be very vulnerable to these guys who have asinine stats.
Yeah.
Oh man, does he have a Silver Surfer in his hand? I didn't see him draw it. Did he have it since beginning? No, okay. He's rolling with Invisible Boy.
You know what would be good though? He can team attack with Claw next turn and knock down Sue, which is why she's got a big foot in the back.
Oh, absolutely, without fail. Looks like Willie's going to the back. He's got his package counter, and Baxter Building's still up. So potentially next turn at the start of build phase, he's going to be drawing 4 cards because he's currently out. Wyatt obviously has his hand, 3 resource points. He's going to start becoming a problem soon.
Next turn, he's going to draw 4 for Willie, 2 for Turn, and 2 for Wyatt. So 8 cards.
Absolutely. 8 cards in 1 turn is kind of unruly.
Yeah, agreed.
But Claw, on the other hand, is a great 7-drop. 10/6 indestructible. No restrictions on his recruit costs. I don't know why he did that. I'm sorry. It just puts an extra rune on Thing. I'm not sure. That might have been a misplay on Malkav's part.
I mean, if I was this, and a lot of development, very few people play. I mean, Paul just doesn't come that often. And, I think there's usually bad 7 drops that you want to play. But, I mean, he is good, and so, but people just don't have a lot of experience with him.
Yep, we missed everything you said. I have no idea what's happening, but you definitely sounded distorted, away from the. It's all good. Hey, Team Buckeye, I love that you're helping us, but in all honesty, we can't jump in and let them know because it is a tournament, sir. But yes, you are correct. Start of the build really should have moved. He did move towards the end of the build, but it's okay. And looks like we got the big Gilgamesh coming down and saying, "What's popping?" Brand new Eternal just walked in.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know, Gilgamesh usually is the game ender. Gilgamesh returns to your hand as long as you said Gilgamesh after he gets stunned. So usually when people recruit Gilgamesh, they say his name and then they'll repeat it 1 to 2 times.
Just to make sure.
I actually make a rap out of it and I'm like, pick it, get Gilgamesh. Pick it, get Gilgamesh. You got to make sure you say it.
Yep, just for a second, just to see how it feels.
Absolutely. Makes me feel like a rap star.
You are right.
Right? I wish. MC Majujush. Team Buckeye and Friends has about 6 people at their keyboard right now. What's up, guys? How you doing? So it looks like he is paying for it has to be Ultron. Let's see who he's pulling over. Oh, he's pulling over Frank Drake.
Ooh.
That is a good idea. Now, too bad it's can't pull him over in the build phase. Is it the build phase? Because that would be you know how amazing that would be. Oh, but he doesn't get to event because he doesn't have a pile anyway. Ha.
That's right.
Oh, so okay, he paid with Claw to push Herbie to the back. That's another way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Then he has Gilgamesh going into Invisible Woman, and Invisible Woman says, "Ow," because it kind of hurt.
You asked earlier how Buckeye's doing. I imagine they're doing pretty bucking good, but that's just me.
Team Buckeye?
I'm saying they're doing pretty. Wait for it, bucking good.
Ah, bars.
I said it twice because it was so funny.
So Visible Boy got smacked in his face by Claw, and then Ultron is he. I mean, he has to go after Herbie. There's nobody else. Herbie with his safeguard. I saw that, Pat. Don't do that again. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. But again, this is tournament. I can't
Wait, what'd
tell
you say?
them. Well, he had Ultron attack into Wyatt. Unfortunately, that's not a legal move. It is a tournament, so I can't pop in and say it because Safeguard is in the back row. So Safeguard should have been attacked first and not Willie. So
Gotta respect Safeguard.
gotta respect Safeguard. Safeguard's hella important, but again, this is a tournament, and because me and Pat are players in this tournament, we cannot intervene. Ah,
Hashtag impartial. Hashtag Switzerland.
ah, be still my heart. Is that a promo academy I see?
Solid.
I'm gonna tell him after this game that he has to play me for his academy.
Has to?
He can.
On the table. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. It's something that if he wants to, he can do. Which he's probably gonna tell me to go fuck myself. But it is what it is.
You just made this podcast. I mean, this episode PG-13 PS.
It's always, dude. It's been rated R since I even started.
Nah, I'm just messing.
So funny enough, if Invisible Woman really wants to, she can move everyone up to the front, hide them all, and level. If she wants to.
I mean, you're going to give up the machine, but you know what? I mean, I think it's probably a good play to give her the ability to fade wounds with her ability.
Absolutely. And on top of that, um, if he since he did pick the less everything costs one less option, it's kind of not useful once you get to turn 8.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless he's playing Uatu. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Uatu. And he wants him out on turn 9, but it's turn 9 now and I don't see him. So, oh, is it turn 8? It's turn 8.
I think he's a 10 cost.
He does cost 10.
Yeah.
And how does his main ability work? Because I look at each enemy card everywhere, so you can just look through their deck. Like, do they shuffle after? I would be highly annoyed if somebody went through my deck and decided to stack my deck. There's nothing you can do about it. There you go. He moves Sue to the back. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. He can't level with the 3 he has in the back, but he's probably not even trying to level at this point. Now he's weighing his options, seeing if it's even worth it to try to team attack into Gilgi. And honestly, I wouldn't do it. Gilgamesh is a force to be reckoned with. This man is the power struggle that you have to go through once you hit top end. So Team Buckeye once again coming in with the judge ruling saying that when Herbie got pushed, he lost his powers. Good catch, Buckeye. It's like you guys play this game a lot. So Sue did exactly what I thought she was going to do. Put everybody in the same row as Sue, hit them all, and leveled immediately because he does not want to take another wound. I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate that play because that's exactly what I would have did. But now,
Yeah.
Gilgamesh is out in front. Like, what am I supposed to do now?
I don't think I didn't keep track of how many people he's lost, but if Surfer comes out, and I'm guessing Surfer's his top end, Surfer's not going to be bigger than Gilgamesh, so Yeah, he needs to have a way to face.
Yeah, if Surfer comes out, I'm not sure what's gonna. I don't think he can get through Surfer unless he teams. He could team into Surfer to get him face down, but then you have to also worry about Sue, because now Sue's level 2. She's a 410 and she can just cancel stuff. So,
Yeah, yeah.
so
I'll be back.
yeah, go for it, man. You get some water, take a shit. You know how it is. I gotta tell you guys, it's hard commentating these games because I have no idea what half of these cards do. Kidding. Of course, I know what everything does. Pro player. In case you guys haven't heard, I did make top 8 at Midwinter. And then Mitch came through and decided that he wanted to continue instead of me. I'm not going to say that he cheated, but I'm also not going to point any elbows. Just saying. This is actually a chess match right now because wounds are tied. Now, Invisible Woman does have the board state. The board state here is pretty one sided. Looks like Jarut decided not to recruit. Oh, bars. And Wyatt draws his 2 cards. You got to start thinking about Wyatt now because once Wyatt starts getting upwards of 5, 6, 7, there's nothing that he can't really recruit at that point because it's just unfair. But one thing to remember, if Wyatt gets his face punched in, his hand, resource row, all gets removed from game. That's important. Very important. So it looks like Sue recruited Hannibal and then also recruited another Alicia Masters, making his guys huge for absolutely no reason. So Alicia Masters, what she says is that each Fantastic Four character on your side, their defense and attack match to whatever's the largest one. So Thing becomes a 10-10. Sue is also going to be a 10-10 sitting up there in the front because she's boss. Herbie is a 4-4. Wyatt is going to be. Oh, God, what are Wyatt's stats? Wyatt's going to be a 6-6 with range. It's ridiculous. So in this deck, Alicia Masters is pretty boss because she just basically blows up everybody else. Unfortunately, Gilgamesh is going to get his face punched in by probably somebody with range, which kind of sucks because he can't stun anybody back. But Claw's still sitting there. Claw's still saying, "Come at me, bro." And he's going to be on the field for a while because looking at what he has, the only thing that can get him out of Claw would have been Lilith. And we know he's not playing Lilith simply because he played in good hands. So this is going to be interesting. Claw's going to stay around for as long as he wants. But will Ultron be able to save his own butt? Stay tuned. News at 11.
Nice.
Okay,
I
it looks
imagine he.
like Thing just punched him in the face. He paid the green to be 20 attack. And now Gilgamesh says, "I'll come back next time."
Yeah, yeah. It's Jason's. It's not looking good for Jason though because he can bring him back, but that's 8 recruit points. You can't bring anything else back, and then he can just do the same. Like Rob can just knock him into his hand again next turn.
I agree. One thing I don't really understand right now, though, is why Sue is in the front.
Yeah, you gotta get her in the back.
Yeah, get her in the back, man. Unless you have a hand full of plot twists, just make her go to the back. There's no reason not to. You got your big guys out. You got Alicia Masters back there making everybody a force to be reckoned with. It's pretty interesting. Let's see where we're heading
Well,
from
no,
here.
I mean you don't want to get to catch a wound. Maybe he's got plot twist in hand. But the thing is, if he's only got Thing and Herbie up front, it's easy enough for Jason to take like Claw and Ultron, smack those two, and then he can work on the back row like Wyatt. So I guess he kind of has to keep her up front, but I mean, you don't want her to get a fourth wound.
Well, the problem with that is that he has Invisible Boy, so you can at least get 3 flyers in the front. You also have Layla on the field, so you could have 4 flyers in the front protecting Invisible Woman. Which, but we also have to remember, Ultron's ability is pretty freaking boss, and so is Claw's. So the front row right now doesn't matter what role they're in, they're gonna get punched.
It's true.
It's a pretty good setup. I like that. Ultron and Claw says you can't hide.
Yeah, yeah.
So interesting enough, Hannibal and Frank Drake both have uh they both have lethal because Frank Drake
Yeah.
gives it to all Night Stalkers
Yep.
and Hannibal's a Night Stalker. But then Hannibal gives all Night Stalkers Berserker. So they both there it goes. There it goes. They're
Yeah.
team attacking into who? Into Ultron. See, I thought they would have went into Gilgamesh, but that's just me. So Ultron takes his fourth wound. Got punched in the face. Ultron's not supposed to lose. It's Ultron. For any of us that have seen What If.
I probably would have attacked with what's her name, Elijah myself. I mean, I don't care if she gets a wound. I want to keep Frank around in case I need a team attack for a lethal.
Yeah, the decision. I'm not sure what he has in his hand. Maybe he has some kind of other win condition in his hand that or other protection in his hand where he needs to
Yeah.
take like Layla on the field or something like that. But I agree with you. Layla would have went into that immediately because he is a 4 ass. So I'm not sure. Going into the game, they do know each other's drafts. So, oh, there we go. Stealth is a big one. And then we got another whirlwind that can't be stunned. And he's giving him dodge. That is a great idea. Whirlwind with active camo, I believe, gives stealth and dodge. Or does it
You
just give
can't hit
dodge?
him. Yeah, you
Yep.
need some type of harder move for Whirlwind now. This is the combo that people have talked about that most people think is like, you know, not worth like straight up going for this, but like, in a format like this, when you have these cards in your deck, like yeah, definitely play it because I mean, how do you get around this?
I absolutely agree. The only way to get around it is to get his active camouflage off.
Yeah, if you can, I don't think any of the sets he has have days, so that's like, so he can't daze it off. I don't
Right.
think any of the sets he has like equipment blowing up, not like Agent 13 or Magneto or anything like that. Yeah, Whirlwind's gonna hang out for a minute.
Yeah, he has a field of characters that are just going to stay. I like it. Now he has Claw and Whirlwind on the field who literally just won't leave by any natural
Mhm.
means. And
Yeah.
Ultron can just chill behind Whirlwind because Whirlwind can't be struck in melee combat. And now he has dodge and stealth. I'm surprised he didn't go through to the back row, start picking off people.
I bet he might. I mean, I don't want to necessarily speak for him, but I bet he knows he has dodge, but he has stealth too.
You
Because yeah,
know,
you want to. I mean,
mhm. Yeah, go
go
ahead.
ahead. I was gonna say you got to get rid of Wyatt. I mean, you got to blow up Wyatt. Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
if
go.
you there he goes. Yeah, he blew up Wyatt. Uh, all that stuff gets removed from game, which is pretty sad, especially if he got like some plot twists and stuff like that. But Wyatt's gone, and this is pretty interesting. I thought Sue had the upper hand. Now I'm seeing Ultron definitely has the upper hand with his lineup that he has right now.
Yeah, it's going to be dangerous. I mean, whatever Rob puts out, I don't think Ultron's got any resources that they can help him do it right now. But Ultron's going to draw into some blues, draw in some wilds. So if you're Rob, you're like, do I stick something big and let Ultron steal it and like annihilate my board with it?
That's a very good question. Because pretty much everybody can just hide behind Whirlwind right now until he finds a way to get that equipment off of him.
Yeah.
And just searching through his, I don't think there is a way. Unless, now, unless he's running 6-drop Nova. If he's running 6-drop Nova, he can strike Whirlwind after paying the
Mhm,
blue.
mhm. That's right. Not a combat. I gotta say though, I don't a lot of people don't run her. I know you're hot on her.
Oh, I
I
love
think she's a
Nolan.
solid. I think she's a solid card. I think most people sleep on her, and gosh, that would bail you out right now,
It,
hardcore. I mean, in a
absolutely.
Kelly matchup, unless they've got like a Kate Kelly, she's also like a decent, albeit a little late, Kelly counter.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. I'm looking through his section. Um I don't think he has an out to that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think this is just the corner case that he wasn't prepared for, and he doesn't have that for.
absolutely. Roberta would be another out, but he just would never he would never melee attack her. Like, why would you?
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll see what happens next. We let's see. He did the smart thing. He put Invisible Woman in the back. His front row is all some big hitters, but there's nothing he can do about Whirlwind. I don't even think they have stealth. I don't think Malkav has access to stealth.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
So the one mistake I think Malkav did was not putting Lilith in the deck. She's just so powerful. And if you're running Invisible Woman and you got Lilith, like Lilith pops off of your uh at the start of your main phase. So even with Invisible Woman, she's always gonna pop off, and she could just literally get rid of guys.
Great.
But this is actually a pretty good back and forth match. I give it to these guys. These guys built their decks really well. Um, is now it just comes down to play. Who's going to get the better play right now? All right, so Jarut is going into turn 9. I mean, he could just put Gilgamesh back. He has access to Hyperion, Jungle Hunter. Obviously, there he is. There's Gilgamesh. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting because I think Jarut can just sit behind Whirlwind and just smack them up until there's no characters left in Malkav's deck.
Something you said earlier, right? I think just circling that for a second, hands
You
is definitely great,
you kind of
but
broke up a little bit.
oh, I was saying, just to circle back for a second, in good hands is obviously great, but like Sue plus Lilith is gross. If she keeps hiding, Lilith just stays on the board. She keeps going from one step to the next and just absolutely controls the heck out of the other team's board.
Absolutely. And then she stays on the board that entire time, and then she shuffles back into your deck. But by the time she shuffles back, you have another one in your hand.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
almost
that's exactly
guaranteed.
right.
So let's see. Looks like Jarut might have took a bathroom break, went to get some water. Nope, he's still there. My bad. I was gonna pop in and see what's up with everybody, but it seems like he's just making a decision on what his attack is gonna be. I like to currently take this time to thank my girlfriend for not being upset at me for commenting on this. She's being a real good sport. She's not looking at me weird right now. She's not giving me the face. Okay, well,
What is she giving you?
the finger.
Okay, there you go. Speaking of significant others, I'm gonna go help mine for just a sec. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead, man. So Pat has left me alone. What he doesn't know is that I can also talk shit about him, but I won't. So it looks like Claw is going to make the first attack for the turn, or not. He's just practicing his record scratching. It's something you should practice all the time. If you want to get good at it, you practice. So practice your record scratching, sir. So it's like Claw is going to take out Invisible Boy. Again, Claw cannot be wounded, so he's just sitting here being whoever he wants to be. Then Whirlwind. Looks like Whirlwind might smack someone up. We're not sure who yet. We got to think about it. Alicia Masters is very important. So he is a 8-6, and it looks like he is going after Layla. Layla gets punched in her face. That is life. Then we got Ultron gonna swing into Herbie. Herbie did have a wound. Herbie is gone, and then Gilgamesh is going to swing into probably Sue at this point. He does want to get this over ASAP. He's checking his remove from game pile. This is all the stuff that Wyatt had access to that is no longer available. I'm not sure what's happening. The game might be over. I'm going to pop in, see what's going on with these guys. Let's just get a listen, see if he conceded.
Yep, it's that was it. That was the fifth wound applied to Invisible Woman via Gilgamesh.
So they can't hear me because
I
oh,
can
you
hear
guys
you.
can hear me. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
So looks like it looks like Malkav conceded.
No, that was
He
5 wounds.
he took the fifth wound from Gilgamesh.
God, there it goes. All right, thank you. I was just trying to figure it out, trying to see what happened. So,
Took
guys,
out my fire.
that was a great match. It was swingy.
It was.
I did not predict any of that. Every prediction I had was wrong, but I got to ask, what do you think swung the last hit? Like what swung the match in the favor of whoever and at what point? Just talk me through it. Let's start with Malkav.
I think the multiple Gilgameshes were a big help on his side. I think the fact that my big hitters that I wanted to play, I drew into my hand for Wyatt Wingfoot
Mm,
right, right before the machine went away and right before Wyatt got taken out.
right. Yep.
I didn't get to play either of these guys. I actually, ironically enough, had to put an in good hands into my row on Wyatt's side that turn because
Wow.
I didn't want to not build up resources so these guys could never hit the field.
Right.
Probably wouldn't have made a difference. One more in good hands as our build kept building and boards kept building and going back and forth. Um, it was just really well played. I mean,
And Wyatt is a catch 22. He can just do like exactly what he did to you. Draw the cards you need in your regular hand, and it just kind of blows out from there.
that's true. But if I hadn't had him, there were a couple times that I really needed those locations. Thanks to that early on bulldozer, that hurt
That
a
was
lot. And the
clutch.
fact that
That was very
I
clutch.
just didn't draw a whole lot of yellow early game anyway.
I did see that. I thought that you went the approach of not leveling, which I very much respect.
I mean, I kind of had to.
Right. So, Jarut, man, the whirlwind with the active camo, that's nuts.
It is, yeah, that's basically kind of why I drafted what I drafted, was specifically for that interaction and hoping that I could just build up an impenetrable wall, knowing that, in this format, you're not going to have access to all your tools to get rid of equipment.
Hmm.
So I actually felt like I misplayed early on. I played a whirlwind a little too early. I didn't have any predators to play an active camo, so I put him out there, and then he just was kind of uh,
Just chilling.
just died right away from Frank Drake, and I couldn't
Hmm.
get Drake. Just kept inventing. Yeah, so that's kind of like, at first I thought, oh, I got the upper hand. Then Frank came out and kind of swung it back for quite a while actually, and then finally, like like Rob said, he unfortunately had to bury some of his good cards in his Wyatt hand, which allowed me to kind of claw back and kind of reestablish some guys. So
Hey, well, you guys, that was an amazing match. Thank you for letting me stream it for you guys, and thank you for allowing me to commentate on it. This was great. This was a great showing of deck building and top end players at their finest. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Last shout outs, I definitely want to give a shout out to Jarut. thank you for letting me come in and record you guys and stream it up. Malkav, great game, man. I hope you do well in the rest of the tournament. In all honesty, Drew, I do not want to run into you because I don't know if I can beat that. Do you guys
Yeah.
have any last words to say?
Yeah, thanks, Rob. Good game as always. I could have gone either way there. Just kind of got lucky at the end, but and I appreciate opportunity to stream. So good talking to you guys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I have,
Thank you.
I got one quick question, Jason. Did you was that a pun on purpose when you said you managed to claw your way back? Just curious.
Uh, I wish it was. I love puns, and now I'm regretting that wasn't intentional. That would have been amazing.
That would have
Now,
been amazing.
just cut the recording right before I asked that question, and we'll all just assume it was on purpose.
Dude, this is live. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
likewise.
thanks, guys.
Everybody, this has
Real
been
quick
T
shout out
Pal.
to
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Quick shout out to the whole Buckeye League. Everybody read the resource row. Have a
Whoop,
great night.
whoop. Absolutely. Thank you again,
Buckeye League's
Buckeye. You
great.
guys are awesome. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Whoop whoop. Shameless plug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking. I couldn't remember if what is it? The negative zone has anything